What is up, my friends? And let's just talk about this movie right here, which is currently on Netflix. And today's just a big day, isn't it? We had Mulan, we had The Boys Season 2, and we have I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And this is on Netflix, so you can go check it out right now. Jesse Plemons is in it, and I'm just gonna say it. Jesse Plemons has been in a lot of stuff lately, and I'm pretty happy for him to see him doing all of this as well. But this film basically deals with a woman who is going to go meet her boyfriend's parents. And so things start to get a little weird because you hear the protagonist, she says that she's thinking of ending things already. And that's pretty much a hard blow because you got this guy, or like in any situation, right? You're gonna go meet the parents. If you were already thinking of ending things before that and then this happens, you're gonna have a harder time being like, okay, how do I get out of this now? Like, you're taking me the next step to meet your parents, and here we are now. Like, what the hell are we gonna do, right? So that's where pretty much the premise is, and our main conflict, the main start of any conflict, is gonna be this, and things just get crazier and worse from here. So meeting the parents is really weird and awkward because yeah, things just start to derail pretty quick, as you see, and it starts to become a thing of, are your parents okay, or am I the one that's losing it, or exactly what's happening, and why do I see myself in these pictures? Are these my parents and I forgot these are my parents, or what exactly is going on? So it's a big sense of disorientation going on, all of this while being cut between the life of a janitor as well that we see. So the movie already has you thinking like, where am I supposed to be paying attention? What is going on, and who is the main character? And to that I say yes. That's all I'm going to say right there, right? Everything is everything. So that's as best as you could describe it, right? So what ends up happening is they stop to get some ice cream, some more weird shit goes on, and then they stop by the local high school to make out because what sets you more in the mood than your spouse's or boyfriend or whatever's old high school, right? Well, that and maybe the creepy janitor that's just looking at y'all. So this pretty much sends the boyfriend in to confront him into the school. The girlfriend goes in, and then she pretty much is like, wait, I don't know exactly what is going on now, because everything just seems to be like nonsensical right now. The girlfriend ends up meeting the janitor, and she pretty much describes meeting her boyfriend as him being a creeper the night they met, and not remembering exactly what he looks like, and just being like, I don't think nothing ever happened between us actually, so I don't know what's going on. And then the janitor sees another version of Jake and the girlfriend, and they're sharing a romantic dance now, getting married. And then it's all whimsical and happiness until another janitor appears, the same janitor, but another version of himself, and kills Jake. Janitor then walks out into his car, and it's pretty much like blowing hard, the snow and everything, huge blizzard, don't want to be out there. And we can pretty much deduce that he has frozen to death at this point. But then we see him walking away, and what ends up happening is he goes in to receive an award, and they're pretty much saying that he lived a long and fruitful life as a physicist. And we see the girlfriend Lucy in the crowd there to support him and saying, you are the reason I am, you are all my reasons. And this is pretty much different from how the book plays, because yes, this is a book as well, and that's the main way I heard about this story first. Is pretty much what's going on here is that the janitor is all of these characters, well, specifically the boyfriend and the girlfriend, and what we're seeing, like the setting and everything, is inside of his head. And this is a woman that he actually did see before, and he never mustered up the courage or anything like that to go out and like talk to her and ask her out and all of this. And now he is sort of replaying, or not replaying because it didn't happen, right? But he is sort of manifesting this in his head as what could have been, now that he's older and feels more lonely than ever before. And I'm thinking of ending things doesn't really apply to a break as more as it applies to his own life that he's talking about. So we are pretty much seeing somebody in a sort of manic depressive situation going on, where they're getting all of these insane and outlandish ideas as well. But inside their mind, when we see the weird shit and everything happening, the mind's going like, nah, that's not what happened, you know? And it's sort of like going back and forth with it, and it's sort of contradicting everything that happens. That's why the movie is the way it is, because there is so much of this that is just made up in his head, and it's just like, what? So, pretty much to summarize that ending, it was all in his head. He is Jake, he is Lucy, and everything that happened didn't happen. And that is just multiple thoughts racing through his head. And it's sort of living out a fantasy of what could have been, because at this point, he doesn't know what his life is. And very bleak, I will say. And I like that they add in the music and everything to sort of have it be not be that dark, but it's still pretty dark if you think about it, because it's pretty much a man that has pretty much gave up on life and is just wishing he would have done things differently, and is imagining how life would have been if he did do things differently. And yeah, that's pretty much that there is to it. The book does differ in ways as well of how it ends, and how it pretty much gives you this final blow and everything. In the book, there are actually people that are reading through the notes, and that's exactly what we're seeing, is the notes being read out loud, basically. And that's basically the whole movie, all of his notes that he wrote about this fantastic idea he had for what his life could have been if he had done some things different. And I think that really makes it even much more sadder. Of course, I knew they were going to change it up for the film, because there is just no way to adapt certain things that are written in literary. So do highly recommend the book if you want to check that out, because it's different, and definitely, even with spoilers and everything about the movie, it is still a very philosophical read and really gets you brain going. So definitely recommend that. But what are your thoughts on I'm Thinking of Ending Things? What do you think of the final twist in the film? Was it something you saw coming? I do think that they did it right the way they were doing it in the film. I think that it really made it seem like there was more going on here, and they had to market it in a way where it was going to be a horror as well. I saw that in the trailer, and I can see where some people might be like, yeah, I thought this was going to be a straight up horror, and I'm not that happy with it. Make sure you go subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 16,000. That is amazing. We got some videos on The Boys coming out this weekend, as well as some other videos on Mulan. So, going to be interesting. So, make sure you subscribe. You turn on the bell for notifications so you know when those videos drop. Follow me on Twitter at nerdround. Nerdround.com is my website. Anchor down below for all of these in audio format. I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.